Yeah, I mean, I'm just most importantly excited for the guys. They've worked hard. Didn't have the results that we wanted in the first two games, even though we were right there in both games, to win. And winning's hard. Our guys, are understanding of that. It's really, really hard to win in college basketball, especially at the highest level with all the teams that we're playing in this tournament. Really good teams that expect to win. We've played three straight teams now that were in the NCAA tournament last year. And you're going to face a tough test when you do that. And I thought our guys played really well tonight. Defensively, I thought there were times within the game that we played really well. There's some times where we didn't. It wasn't as good as it had been in some of the other games. But obviously, the offense was much better. Today we took care of the ball in the first half, a little bit better than the second. And Fats obviously was huge. It always helps when you're able to knock down shots from behind the arc.
Did you see this coming for Fats? Did you see his confidence building?
I told him before the game, you're going to play. Jay Nell's out and not able to play, and so there's just going to be more minutes there for you, to take advantage of. And he and I've talked, a lot about the strengths that he has. Key for Fats is the intensity which he plays with, and just doing his job while he's out on the court. And his teammates found him. They were trapping ball screens and okay with him shooting, and he knocked it down. And that was all he did while he was out there. He defended. He got a steal, a layup. He made some big plays, that we needed.
Coach, there was a moment there where Michael Bell and Zach Jackson slapped the floor at the same time.
Yeah.
It was like, I felt like the team was in sync the whole game like that.
Yeah, I think we talked about it in the timeout. The team that was going to be able to win this game was the team that was going to be able to get stops, right? And wrap their arms around the game and impose their will defensively on the game. And certainly we scored. Obviously we scored in terms of plenty of points to be able to win. But we got enough stops, in order to do it.
Coach, how difficult was it for you, and I know you have to be circumspect on this, to coach the game, for the players to play the game when the whistles are just going nonstop, technical fouls, there's all kinds of stuff going on. How did everybody handle it? How did you guys handle that and were able to handle that, given that it's kind of hard to play when the whistle's going constantly?
Yeah, but there were a lot of fouls, obviously, but the majority of them were, right? I can't argue with a lot of the fouls. It is what it is. We knew this game was going to be tough and emotional at times, and we just had to focus on the task at hand. And we encouraged the guys, to just be present, right? Be present in the moment, throughout this game. And there were times in the other two games where we weren't, right? And I think our guys learned a great lesson.
With Fats, was it just as simple as once he saw the ball go in the cup a few times, his confidence was going to rise from there?
Yeah, we've seen him do that in practice. Like, he's done it in practice plenty. Where he's had really good looks and he's knocked them down. Like, Fats can shoot. You watch him, shoot the basketball, it comes off his hand nice, and he can make shots. And so he was able to get free, quite a few times and knock it in. We needed it.
You guys,
What do you learn about your rotations when you have so many guys in foul trouble and you got to go deep to the bench?
Yeah, I think it's the versatility. Like, we have a lot of different lineups that we can play. And some are better ball handling lineups, some are not quite as good. Some are better on defense, right, than they are on offense. And so I think what you saw tonight was, we can move Michael Bell around defensively. Like, he can guard the point guard, he can guard the four man, he can switch on the center. There's just a lot of defensive options there, for us. Zeb, he can pressure the ball. Max is a good defender. He hasn't really shown it as much as he has in the past at Utah State. Part of it is, he's got a heavy load offensively, on him. He gets tired out there. He really have. So we tried to sub he and Max the best we could. Get him 30 seconds, get him a minute, here and there. But, ultimately, everybody that entered the game impacted the game in a positive way. So I'm proud. Rose's minutes were important for us. But, Firm gets in foul trouble. We had planned on playing Rose in this game anyway, against Wahab some. Playing Toby at the 5 as well when they swapped their 5 in. And so I thought Rose did really well.
you guys have talked about how much this team bonded in Greece and what that trip did for you guys. Did you get more of the same down here?
Yeah, no question, but we had more adversity down here, right? There was no adversity in Greece. It was just, Greek salads and, easy games, and the hardest game we had was the inter-squad scrimmage. And they had fun because they were playing against one another. They were really competitive. Like where the adversity is, that's where the growth is. If you really lean into it, right? And so we've had some great talks as a team, while we've been here because we've been together the whole time. So we were literally in the conference room for several hours, yesterday, just talking. And, really proud of the guys' willingness to be vulnerable and willingness to, be there for their teammates. I think that's the biggest thing I've learned about this group is that they do love one another and they want to do well for one another.
Coach, just another win for the program, but really a huge victory for the fan base. You could see it in the crowd, see it on social media. Can you just speak on that for a minute?
Yeah, I'm excited for the fans. I think the biggest thing for me is I love Coach Rhodes. I love his staff. We love Ace. We love Nick. Like they're Rams, and will always be Rams. And so there's no hard feelings. But when you're tipping it up, like they wanted to win just as bad as we did. And so we're just proud of our guys and the effort. But I don't want to get caught up in the other stuff. Right? It's not about that. What it's about is they were good to VCU, their coaching staff and their players, and their brought us a championship. So we're all proud of that. It's one of the things I told them in the line. We're thankful for that. We'll be pulling for them.
Are you guys able to update timetable on Jason's return at all?
No, I don't know that yet.
Okay.
We'll have to get with Josh and the docs and see kind of where things are at when we get back. We've got a little bit of not a break, but we got a little bit more time, which is good after coming off of 3 games this quickly. We'll give it a little bit of time to rest.
Did you guys do anything as a team to loosen up yesterday with the day off?
We just kind of hung around the hotel and talked to them in the morning. They let them sleep in a little bit, and we're able to kind of get the game plan in. And they were able to have a big break in the middle of the day, and so we got to do some fun stuff.